Good evening. The prospect of direct talks between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to end the conflict in Ukraine remains uncertain, with the Kremlin playing down expectations of an imminent summit. This comes as former President Donald Trump has renewed his calls for such a meeting. Following his own engagement with President Putin and subsequent meetings with European leaders and President Zelensky, Mr. Trump acknowledged the complexity of resolving the war, suggesting that President Putin may not be willing to strike a deal. He indicated a desire to see how events unfold in the coming weeks, noting that a meeting between Putin and Zelensky might be best without his direct involvement, though he remains open to attending if necessary. While President Putin initially expressed openness to direct talks with Ukraine to Mr. Trump, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov subsequently tempered these remarks, emphasizing the need for gradual preparation and expert-level discussions before any summit. Russia's deputy UN representative echoed this, stating that while opportunities for dialogue are not rejected, meetings should not be held for the sake of mere optics. Meanwhile, NATO military chiefs are scheduled for a virtual meeting, and the UK's military chief is in Washington to discuss security arrangements in Ukraine. Reports suggest Russia may have proposed that President Zelensky travel to Moscow for talks, a proposal seen by some as a tactic to present an unachievable condition for Ukraine. Mr. Trump's recent discussions appear to have highlighted the significant chasm between Moscow and Kiev's positions. Despite his earlier confidence in brokering a ceasefire, it has not materialized. He now advocates for a direct move towards a permanent peace deal, with some progress noted on the issue of security guarantees for Ukraine. European leaders and President Zelensky have reportedly impressed upon Mr. Trump the importance of such commitments for Ukraine's sovereignty. The former president stated the U.S. would offer air support if European nations committed ground troops in the event of a ceasefire or peace deal, while ruling out American troop deployment. Specifics on the nature of U.S. air support remain unclear. A coalition of European nations, including France and the UK, is reportedly finalizing plans for a reassurance force for Ukraine post-conflict and will be consulting with their U.S. counterparts on strengthening these security guarantees. President Zelensky remains open to meeting President Putin in any format, and European nations are proposing potential locations for a summit. By actively supporting direct talks, European leaders may aim to encourage Mr. Trump to adopt a firmer stance against Russia if President Putin remains unwilling to de-escalate. The last meeting between Putin and Zelensky was in 2019, prior to the ongoing war which has resulted in substantial casualties and destruction. Russia's current stance appears to be influenced by its perceived advantage on the battlefield and its long-held narrative regarding Ukraine's leadership. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, News Today.